Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Rayne Movement. I'm Bailey Rayne, and today we're going to talk about going from this hustle culture into a place of ease and not losing your income along the way. So with that in mind, let's dive right in. So first I want to speak to the idea that this is really difficult. It can be if we're really resistant and if our nervous system isn't recalibrated to this new way of working. So I'm going to give you some really good 3 tips that I hope can help. Number 1 is exactly what I said, resetting your nervous system to this idea of ease. As a yoga teacher, a lot of us yoga teachers speak to the fact that what you do on your mat translates into your life. So if you're someone that goes to a lot of vinyasa practices, a lot of power yoga, a lot of cardio dance, HIIT workouts, you run a lot, you're putting your nervous system in a little bit more of a, I gotta go, I gotta work hard, I've gotta run, I've gotta do all these things. And though vinyasa yoga is still, you are going to come into a place of stillness, there's a much more fast-paced quality to it. And that is going to translate into your life. So your body and your cells and everything are used to this like quick pace. You're feeding it quickness. Just like if you're feeding it spicy foods, a lot of alcohol, a lot of crisp, light, cool foods. Those are all things that are going to exacerbate this energy. So even down to the food you eat matters because you're telling every cell in your body, every part of your body, what's going on, what we're doing, what life we're living. And so my number 1 advice is to step away from high intensity type of movement and workouts. Start going on walks a little bit more often. Take more time for guided meditation, sound baths, go to restorative yoga, go to yin. And you're calling in this energy and you're learning, your body's learning how to be still. What does it feel like to be still? It is safe to be still. I don't have to always be doing. This is what you're telling your body. If you're telling it, we need to be doing, we need to be working hard, we need to be doing these things, that's going to translate into your work life, and it just like keeps trickling from there. So number 1, learn to slow down. Learn to take more restful days. And, listen to your body more. When you're starting to not feel well, rest. When you're on your cycle, rest. Just really tune in to what's going on in your body and what is your body telling you. If you're constantly on the go, constantly doing, your body's going to tell you to stop at some point. It's just going to happen. Like one way or another, we're not going to like it. And wouldn't you rather stepped into that by choice versus force? So number 1 is learn to be still. And if it's really hard for you to be still with your thoughts and your mind races, the point of being still in meditation or restorative or yin, or even just on a nice quiet walk, isn't to silence your thoughts. It's to get to a point of realization that your thoughts don't need to control your body and your nervous system. You can kind of watch them play by and you can tell your body and your cells, but I'm safe to rest. Yes, thank you for reminding me that I need to do this, mind, but right now, my body says I need to rest. Thank you for that. Thank you. Oh, watch it go by just like a cloud. Okay, I thought it, it's gone. What's true to me right now? Presence, ease, and stillness. So, first of all, we need to learn how to be still. We need to learn how to rest, or else we're just going to keep on hustling. So that's number 1. Number 2 is who you're putting yourself around. That is huge. The energy of other people rubs on you and is a reflection of you at the same time. It's this constant exchange. So if you're putting yourself around people that are constantly hustling, constantly going, constantly doing, they barely ever rest, they are salesy, sales driven, there's this mentality, and that's going to weigh on you. I'm not doing enough. I need to be doing more. And these can be people in your workplace. They can be your friends. They could be your significant other that's making you feel like, oh my God, I have to constantly be doing because they are constantly doing. And so, yes, a big piece is like learning how to rest and to feed your body in a more grounding way, which I didn't. Let me just like side note on that. I did speak to like foods. It is important to eat more grounding foods. So root vegetables, maybe some steak every now and again, things that are going to like ground you in your body and kind of just like give you this sense of ease, some hot teas, stuff like that. Sorry, I had to pivot back to that for a moment because I knew I mentioned it. But yeah, the people you're choosing to put yourself around. And I understand sometimes we feel stuck in that energy, stuck with who we're around, especially if it's a significant other or if it's a workplace environment. And that's why it is so important to regulate your nervous system so that it doesn't make such a huge effect on you. So if you can master the biggest aspect, that won't be such an influence. And hopefully, eventually, will become a mirror through them, that they'll start to ease up, they'll start to calm down. But you also have sovereign choice as to who you put more energy into. So if you're trying to completely shift your reality from hustle into calm, take more time alone if it's a partner. Spend more time by yourself, more time in nature, writing, doing things that are very slow, or reading a book, watching your favorite show and just relaxing. You don't have to match their energy. You have choice in that. Same with a work environment person. Actually, it's easier in a work environment situation because you can just walk away. Or you can kindly say, this is wonderful. I love hearing all of your dreams and goals. Right now, I'm going to just step away. And I appreciate you. Thank you. And, recalibrating. And those that get it will stay. Those who don't get it, let them disappear. Because you don't need that in your life, that craziness, that 50 million things. And that's kind of leading me into the last thing. But I'll lean it on this one last time. If you're around somebody that is very all over, right? They have all these ideas and all these plans, and they're the person that decides to do all of it at once, it's going to feel very overwhelming, even if you're just the person on the side. So discern, this is great, you want to go down all these directions all at once. That is not for me. I'm going to step away, or I'm going to realign. Because this leads into the last thing. We don't want to be that person that has 50 million thoughts and we decide to go down every single one of them and eventually either hit burnout or never finish anything. We end up stagnant and taking on things we didn't want to do because we can't pick one thing to move forward in. So become clear. Become very clear. And you could be clear about 5 different things. You could be clear that you want to write a book and have a YouTube channel and teach, and you can be very clear. But it's like, what are the priorities? And table the rest. Instead of feeling like we need to do all this stuff at one time. So making time to film, making time to go teach, making time for this, that, all in one week. That's going to feel like a lot, whether you realize it or not. Instead, it's like, okay, I have this idea. I'm going to go table it. I recently just had this really great idea, and I'm going to begin it. But I'm going to be very mindful and easeful with it. I'm going to choose when I sit down with it and work on it. Otherwise, it's there, and I will get to it. because I had like 50 million ideas come to me in the past week of stuff I wanted to do. And I'm like, oh gosh, I can't become all of that. Like, I need to become very clear. Okay, these are all wonderful ideas, but like, what's first, what's second, what's third? There's more than enough time. I trust the process. Everything's going to come to me with ease. I will get everything done in divine time, not from hustle, not from rushing, not from any of that. And so it all begins with just recalibrating yourself and who you're putting yourself around and the opportunities that come to you based on those things. That's how you shift from hustle to make a certain amount of money into, oh, I'm still making that kind of money or more, and I feel at ease. I feel like, oh, I'm following my soul, I'm following my heart. And you will learn what your thing is. It's going to take, I'm going to just tell you now, possibly years of trial and error. I know. It's been years of trial and error. I feel like this past year, 2025 into 2026, it was almost like a sped up version of me seeing this works, that doesn't. This works, that doesn't. And just like, okay, these are the places I want to teach. I only want to be teaching these specific things. Is this going to lead me down my goal, or is this going to trap me and keep me back? This works, this doesn't. Down to the energy of people, to the work that I'm doing, all of it. And it was quick. It was quick, and yet I didn't feel too much of a rush through the year. I felt this like, I'm going to just keep coming back to I trust, I trust, I trust. Everything's going to end up okay. Everything's going to be fine. And I'm going to trust no matter how terrified I am. If I'm really, really scared, I'm going to go to restorative yoga. If I'm really scared, I'm going to go, like you find things that are going to bring your nervous system back into this trust. I trust, I trust, I trust. And God will support you. God's also going to test you. Are you actually going to follow this? Or are you going to allow other people's opinions, other people's perspectives sway you? This is another really important side note I want to put in that kind of deviates back to the people you put yourself around. Be mindful of the people that are elevating your energy, and this can be subtle and it can be spoken. Subtle means you leave their space and you feel amazing and happy and excited, even a conversation on the phone. Or you leave and you feel drained, you don't want to do anything else, you're like done for the day. That subtle. To the people that just decide to give you their opinion without you ever asking. And if you're anything like me, that's a very sensitive soul. I'm a very sensitive person. When someone does that, it really does make me start to second guess and question a lot of things. Like, am I doing this wrong? And I know that's something I need to deeply work on to have enough confidence that no matter what anybody says, I'm going to go down my path. But that, again, this all takes work. This all takes years to become that person. Some people are just that way. They just speak their mind. They've never had insecurity problems. They have no issues telling you their opinion. And some of us are much more quiet and like, what do you think? Do you think this is a good idea? And so learning to trust yourself is so important. And discerning who the people are that deserve to know the things that light you up, the things you're excited about, your new ideas, your new path to move from this hustle culture to a life of ease and abundance and beauty and joy. So, with all of that said, if this is something you're really working on right now, and it can be from hustle culture, or it could be you're working on trying not to stress as much, letting go, forgiving, moving through past really difficult situations, even just like physical body that you don't even know what it is, but you know you have a lot of tension in your body, you have a hard time moving, any of those things. I have created a heart-led alignment program that I help guide you through this whole thing of nervous system reset. So that means we could be doing yoga, we could be doing shaking and somatics, we could be doing guided meditations, breath work, Reiki, all this stuff for your nervous system. So step one is like, okay, how can we recalibrate into the sense of ease, into the safety again and trust? And then there's the, little bit of nutrition part. I am an Ayurvedic nutritionist, so I love to bring that in and to bring your dosha into balance, because when your cells are happy and fed and fueled right, that ripples out into your entire reality. So we'll do nervous system work, a little bit of nutrition talk, and then just, really opening up and sharing, like, what is the true root? Like, what is your real direction? Becoming clear. And you might not even be clear on our first meeting, second meeting, third meeting, because things are stuck. You're living in a reaction, scarcity mode, fear. And we need to move all of those out of the way for you to even know. For you to even know what it is that you want to do, what path you want to go down. So together we find that all and we discover. And I'm just here to support you in any way that I can in the time that we work together. And I've created this, it can be a solo session, like a one-time thing, but really it's either a 4-week or 6-week. And if we need to add like an additional session, that could be like where the solo session comes in. But yeah, I would love to be a support to you and to work with you one-on-one and see your face via Zoom. So heart-led alignment, I'll have it linked down below and you can book your session with me. And if it feels like maybe one-on-one isn't your thing, I have a heartfelt sanctuary where we all come together. It's $33 a month and you can cancel at any time. But we have class together every week via Zoom, so I can see you, I can correct you, and all those wonderful things. And, there's lots of other fun stuff. Like we can have deep conversations all together, and any extra classes or special things I want to offer will only go there. I also have a healing heartline broadcast on Instagram that you can, and that's obviously free. You just join the broadcast channel and I put like little extra prompts or like what I'm working on personally in there. So I have a lot of directions that you can just dabble in to see, like, is this someone I want to work with? Is this girl like real? What is she? All of that is accessible and there for you to just test the waters. And of course, all my free YouTube videos that are here. So thank you all so much for listening to me ramble for the last however many minutes, I don't know, 20 minutes. And if you're not already, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. Like, does this feel aligned for you? Where are you out of alignment in your life that you want to become aligned? And just even vocalizing that, even just writing it down, it's like, I got that off my chest, Oh, and I really want to thank you all so much for your beautiful comments I've been getting lately. This is what I mean by when it's aligned, you're like, this is a yes. Like, the clarity comes sometimes from just trial and error. This worked, that didn't. This I'm getting feedback, that I'm not. And it's just like this constant play. And you'll land where you need to land. But if you're really blocked in your body, you're putting yourself in situations that aren't supportive, there's no way you're going to get that clarity and proper guidance. So thank you again for your beautiful comments lately. It makes me so happy. And share anything else you feel called to share down below. Again, my name's Bailey Rayne, creator of Rayne Movement. And I hope to see you all very, very soon in another video or class or one-on-one.